The game I have waited for far too long to come out. It's been like, what has it been, like 7-8 years since its previous release? Borderlands 3. Look at those graphics. This is cell shading shit, boys. But then the beta for this game came out, so I had to play it. This COD game feels like Battlefield, but that necessarily isn't a bad thing. I'm happy that Infinite Ward is trying to do something new. The new engine, it looks cool. It's too bad that in this beta, it looks like fucking, I don't know, the game looks like fucking plastic. It looks like a bad version of Borderlands. I think this video is going to get a lot of hate from all the COD fans out there because this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Surely, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but these are my opinions, so don't get mad. Don't shit on my face, please. These are things I want to bring up. I'm really glad that Infinite Ward is not going to implement Battle Royale in any way possible, but that's what Infinite Ward said. I don't know what your plans are. Maybe they're going to implement some kind of Battle Royale in the future. Hopefully not. I don't think that they're going to do it. If they do, I will be really disappointed. Instead of having the Battle Royale, they adding Spec Ops, the special modes thingy, where you could play a lot of different missions with your buddy, a co-op buddy. Totally love it. I'm glad that they're bringing it back. They're also adding the campaign. I don't know about all of you guys out there, but I really enjoy the campaign. For instance, my dad really enjoys the campaign because he doesn't really like the multiplayer because all the other players are much better than him, and my dad usually takes his time when playing a video game. So campaign modes on Call of Duty is a really good thing for my dad if he wants to play a video game. That doesn't necessarily have to be aimed towards my dad. It could be aimed for all your other dads out there, or just in general people who don't like multiplayer games and like the campaign experience. There's like a lot of people like the campaign because some of the campaigns can be really good. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the good things about this game and the bad things about this game, but we're gonna start off by talking about the good things. The graphics looks good. I've seen a lot of gameplay and the graphics looks really nice, but in the beta right now, on especially on PC, the game looks like, I don't know, plastic. The cell shading thingy, it looks like a bad version of cell shade from Borderlands. Another thing that I truly think is amazing is the gunsmith. Like, it reminds me of Escape from Tarkov. It looks really nice when customizing your weapons and leveling up your weapons as in all of the other COD games to get special or get different attachments to the game. I really like it. It looks nice and smooth. Ground War is especially amazing. The vehicles, the helicopters, the ATV, the tanks, like all of those are like, it's truly amazing. It feels like a Battlefield game, but it's with the COD style. It's smashed, it's smeared with the COD style. The controls are truly smooth. It's like, it feels so smooth when vaulting over stuff, or I think that they are pretty smooth. I'm playing on a PC, so I don't know how it is for you console people out there, but if you console people feel like the game isn't smooth on controllers, please comment out in the comment section down below. Like, there isn't a lot of good things that I can talk about with this game. Like, I really like the concept that the COD are going towards, but the beta, it's like, it's really bad, and if the full release of the game is going to end up like the beta, all my hype for the game is just gonna end up in the trash bin, and I'm gonna get really sad because I've been waiting for a COD game for so too long. Every COD game since Call of Duty 2 has been bad. I'm like, don't even at me. So first thing I want to talk about from the bad stuff from the game is the spawn points, and just spawning in general are bad. Just look at these clips from Crooked Conflict and By the Elite from Reddit.
Wait!
Got the VTOL on station. Ready?
Wait, yo, you're in a quick
Gunner ready.
Bro, what?
The spawn points are shit. Why is it always like this when they release a beta for a COD game? Why are the spawns so bad and so unbalanced? Like, haven't they learned anything from last year's Call of Duty? Another thing I want to talk about are weapons. They're not balanced at all. The M4A1, it needs to be nerfed. The AK-47 is really bad. The recoil is really bad on that weapon, but if you get the grip, it gets much better. But here's the twist: when you mount the AK, it has no recoil at all. Like, no recoil. This is the last thing I'm gonna talk about: the guns. is the 725 or the Olympia. Don't lynch me. It has too big of a range. Like, you could shoot from so far away. Another thing I want to talk about are the sound design. The sound design is super trash. Footsteps are just horrendous. The enemy footsteps are louder than teammates, so that's one good thing, but you can't hear where the enemy player is. Like, is he located over there, located over there? It's like the sound system in the game for as far is like really broken. So that's another thing that they really have to fix, because footsteps are really crucial. I know this is a beta, but I also want to bring it up because it should be fixed. It should also be fixed in a beta. The ranking system is just horrendous. Here's some screenshots of me in a game, and the whole other team is just level 20, 20, 20, 20, and then the low levels are on the other team. And if you guys are like, well, that doesn't mean anything at all. Why does that count by anything? What does that do? The higher level you are, the better guns you have, and probably better attachments to weapons because you've use them more and level them up, so you're like overpowered. New players get demolished, so if they're new to the game, they don't get the same experience as all the other players. So maybe a lot of new people will drift away from the game because the beta is giving a bad example of how a COD game is. If you get my drift. The last thing I want to talk about is proning. I think the proning in this game should be a little slower. You can prone really fast, and it's hard to see people on the ground with the plastic graphics that they have right now on the PC beta. I really like where Infinite Ward is going with this. It looks truly amazing. I was really hyped. The first half hour I played of the game, I was really happy about how the beta is. But then I kind of noticed all the flaws with the beta. I think I'm not necessarily saying that I'm not straight out saying that the whole beta is a big flop, but in a way it's a flop for me. But if there are some things that you guys really hate about this game, please comment down in the comment section down below. I would really like to read and see you guys talk about if there's anything you guys think that should get a lot better in the game, that they should fix, or maybe things that you want them to implement into the game. That's basically it for this video, homies. If you homies enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel if you homies enjoyed this type of content, and I hope to see you homies in my next video. Bye bye.